members of a Nobel Committee from Norway, Excellencies, distinguished guests, it is with a deep sense of gratitude that I accept this prize. I'm grateful to my wife, Rosalind, to my colleagues at the Carter Center, and to many others who continue to seek an end to violence and suffering throughout the world. The scope and character of our center's activities are perhaps unique, but in many other ways they are typical of the work being done by hundreds of non-governmental organizations that strive for human rights and peace. Most Nobel laureates have carried out our work in peace and safety, but there are others who have acted with great personal courage. None has provided more vivid reminders of the dangers of peacekeeping than two of my close friends, Anwar Sadat and Yitzhak Rabin, who gave their lives for the cause of peace in the Middle East. Like these two heroes of mine, my first chosen career was in the military. I was a submarine officer, and my shipmates and I realized that we had to be ready to fight if combat was forced upon us. We were prepared to give our lives for our nation and its principles. But at the same time, we always prayed fervently that our readiness would ensure that there would be no war. Later, as President and as Commander-in-Chief of our military forces, I was one of those who bore the sobering responsibility of maintaining global stability during the height of the Cold War, as the world's two superpowers confronted each other. Both sides understood that an unresolved political altercation or a serious misunderstanding could lead to a nuclear holocaust. The world has changed greatly since I left the White House. Now there is only one superpower with unprecedented military and economic strength. The coming budget for American armaments will be greater than those of the next 15 nations combined. And there are troops from the United States in many countries throughout the world. Our gross national economy exceeds that of the three countries that follow us. And our nation's voice most often prevails as decisions are made concerning trade, humanitarian assistance, and the allocation of global wealth. This dominant status is unlikely to change in our lifetimes. Great American power and responsibility are not unprecedented and have been used with restraint and widespread benefit in the past. We have not assumed that super strength guarantees super wisdom, and we have consistently reached out to the international community to ensure that our own power and influence are tempered by the best common judgment. Ladies and gentlemen, 12 years ago, President Mikhail Gorbachev received your recognition for his preeminent role in ending the Cold War that had lasted 50 years. But instead of entering a millennium of peace, the world is now, in many ways, a more dangerous place. The greater ease of travel and communication has not been matched by equal understanding and mutual respect. There is a plethora of civil wars, unrestrained by rules of the Geneva Convention, within which an overwhelming portion of the casualties are unarmed civilians who have no ability to defend themselves. And recent appalling acts of terrorism have reminded us that no nations, even superpowers, are invulnerable. It is clear that global challenges must be met by an emphasis on peace, in harmony with others, with strong alliances and international consensus. Imperfect as it may be, there is no doubt that this can best be done through the United Nations, which another American, Ralph Bunche, described here in this same forum as exhibiting a fortunate flexibility, not merely to preserve peace, but also to make change, even radical change, without violence. Ladies and gentlemen, war may sometimes be a necessary evil, but no matter how necessary, it is always evil, never a good. We will not learn how to live together in peace by killing each other's children. The bond of our common humanity is stronger than the divisiveness of our fears and prejudices. God gives us a capacity for choice. We can choose to alleviate suffering. We can choose to work together for peace. We can make these changes, and we must. Thank you.